you create your new IDW file. You want to make sure you are doing the size C. We want the bigger piece of paper. Your project name is still Train Engine, but this one right here is figure number 2. And now we want to put our train body down because we're going to start dimensioning it. Our goal is to be able to create all the drawings we need. I want a part file, so I'm going to go down here and make sure I'm just looking at part files. And I want to be able to create all the drawings so that someone else could come in and build the train from my drawings. Now, I actually don't want my front view to be this. I want my front view to be what you might call the side view. The reason is your front view should actually be your longest view that shows the most details, and this is not it. Now, there are other quicker ways to do, but I want to show you this little cool trick just in case your picture doesn't look the way you want to. I can go over here, click that button right there, and then adjust this guy and finish custom view. And now that's my front view. And I want to have a 2:1 scale because I want it to be a little bit big. I do not want it to be shaded. I do want to see hidden lines. I think that pretty much covers it. I'm going to start them right there because I want to do my left view, not my right view. I just feel like it shows more detail. And there's the top. And then I go over here, move my cursor into the ISO. Create. Now my ISO gets a little big, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to take it back to a 1:1, and I want it shaded. And we're going to click and pull him down a little bit, and pull him over this way, pull him down a little bit. Okay, and then you just, click on all the red lines and mess with it until it looks right, and then we're going to start the fun-filled world of dimensioning. Now, all of those dimensioning rules we learned last semester still apply. And I know you've slept since we've done your puzzle cube, but you still got to follow the rules. You should be able to find them all in your engineering notebook to help you figure them out. It is very important. Remember, the ultimate goal is to get enough dimensions on here someone can build it, but not so many dimensions on here that you lose your shape in all of the numbers. So the first thing I like to do is take care of all of my center lines because I always forget to do that, and it just helps me remember if I do it first. I'm going to click on annotate, and I'm going to do center, and so for all my full-fledged circles, that'd be that guy right there, and all of my holes, I'm going to click on them and have center lines there. So that takes care of my circles. And then I'm going to go and click on center bisector, and this is pretty sweet. I click on one side, click on the other side, and it puts the bisecting. One side, other side, bisector, one side, bisecting, and I believe that is it. Okay, now I'm going to start doing my dimensions. I'm going to put the radius of curvature on the roof. And do it right up there. And I'm going to do the radius of curvature for this part. Okay. And then I need to dimension the location of these holes. So that goes from here to there. I skipped this one. I'm going to pick this one and this one. They're obviously lined up. We can see that from this drawing. And then I'm going to dimension this hole somewhere else. And that should just kind of help keep it from getting too cluttered. Go from here to the end. And notice how all of these are piled from one side. The longest one's at the bottom. And I've got everything going across in as far as this is concerned. And then last but not least, I have these two holes to do. So I'm going to click on hole and thread, click on the hole, Put them up there. And then double click. Sorry, right. It's easier to edit when I'm going to do the same thing over here to this guy. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go and double click on this one right here. And I'm going to undo the default and space times 3. And because my space is a little bit limited, I'm going to hit enter right there so that that's a little more spread apart. And same thing with this guy right here. I'm going to double click, uncheck default, and I'm going to hit enter there. But we don't have the times 3 because there's only one of them. And that pretty much covers everything I'm going to do for the front view. Next I'm going to move over to the side view. And I'm going to go back over here while I'm doing holes. Click on this guy right here. Okay. Move him over just a little bit. And you can, once you kind of come out, you can click on these guys and move them a smidge if you want. There we go. All right, and that looks good, but double click because I wanted that one to be times 4 because there are 4 holes like that. And then you can see already, I forgot to do it. We want to do our center line marks. And circle center lines. Okay, I'm going to do this guy right here. And that pretty much covers it. And then I'm going to now do my dimensions for height. So I took care of my width and all visible holes on this one. And now on this, my front view, I'm going to take care of height and then a couple of width things that I could not see. Sorry. On this one I took care of depth. This one I'm going to take care of height and a few widths. So I have dimension, and I'm going to go from here to here. And I'm going to go from here to here. From here to the top. I got that guy done. And we need to figure out how far the smokestack needs to be from the edge. So I do that. And you kind of need to know how big this guy is. So we're going to do that. And we sort of need to know how far the center of the circle is from the edge. So I'm going to do that. And I need to know how far up this hole is from the bottom. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and now I'm going to move on up here. Oops, decided to draw on me, not really sure why. Sorry, my mouse started acting up there. Okay, and now I'm going to do this one, and we're going to do our bisecting. So from here to here, here to here, circle for the smokestack. looks like I got all of those guys. And now I'm going to do that hole. And really all the other holes have been identified, so we're good enough with that. And now I just need to do my remaining dimensions. And so for this one, I'm going to cover the width ones that weren't covered here. So that would be our main one. Oops, go back, click dimension, which would be from here to here. Make him my bottom guy. And then we're going to go from here to the center of this hole here. We're going to go from here to the center of this hole right there. And I'm going to right click. Okay. Take this guy, move him down a little bit. It's going to get a little cramped in here. And if you can't see what you're doing, you might need to zoom in. Go back to dimension, and I'm going to go from here to, so I'm going to go from here to here. Alright, and that pretty much covers it. So there is the finished product. It's always a good idea just to do a double check, make sure everything looks good, and pretty happy with it, and then always save, save, save. So this is the train body, IDW. I'm pretty happy with that name. So I hit save. You're now ready to print this one out and put it in your portfolio.